Today I heard ICR, Institute for Creation Research. They were talking about what is the purpose of other planets. And they were talking about, Earth and its relation to other planets. And the professor said, he said something like they didn't have any real purpose. They were just there to contrast with planet Earth. I think this is a terrible answer, and I want to spend a few minutes talking about the man's future, God's plan for man. Man has a great destiny, and in order for us to understand what it is, we have to realize the meaning of the millennium in Revelation 20. This so-called 1,000-year period begins with the first resurrection. And that's talking about Christ's resurrection. Now, our resurrection is in His resurrection. We, as Christians, we take part in the first resurrection. Now, because Christ's resurrection occurred at the beginning of the church age, this tells us that the millennium begins at the church age. And so the millennium is nothing more than a veiled reference to the church age. And when it says it's 1,000 years, it's really, that means it's at least 1,000 years. That's not the limit. And I want to say that St. Augustine had it right. He wrote in his book, City of God, I think it's book 20, and it's chapter 8. He says the millennium is simply the period between the first coming of Christ and the second coming of Christ.